Okay, here we go. Welcome back to some more Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Hope you're all doing well, having a great day. So remember, this is Male Shepard, Adept, Paragon, although I got Paragon and Renegade bars full. I romanced Ashley in the first one, romancing Miranda on this one, had the poll up and everything, Miranda won. So we finished Morden's mission last time, and we're now going to quickly go around the Normandy. We did talk to Joker and Kelly already, read the emails. We're going to talk to Morden and the other ones. Just one last thing that might be a little bit of spoiler. That's really kind of annoying, like when the original Mass Effect 2, if you didn't import the game from 1, then, because you didn't have the comic, Rex was always dead. And the Krogan colony, the other one was, the other clan leader was there. So that was kind of really crappy. So let's go for that. Sometimes I wish they left you inside here. Yeah, let's go for this. We should be able to now. Oh, we still don't. Oh, we don't have enough iridium at the moment. Let's see, armor upgrades, biotic damage, yes. Weapon upgrade.
Still hard to believe Malin betrayed me. Betrayed my work. Disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Almost thought he lacked backbone. Hope he finds something new. Better goal, better purpose. Fewer torture tests.
You're really at peace with what happened?
Yes, of course. Can't change what happened. Life continues. Back to mission, back to work. Become like Malin otherwise. Solarian emotional processing faster than other species. Has to be. Short-lived culture can't spend time reminiscing.
So you really don't feel bad at all about what happened on Tuchanka?
Yes, correct. Now at least. Greatly distressed at the time. Stages of grief, loss, anger, rationalization. Dealt with it. Most issues settled on Tuchanka, some on shuttle back to Normandy.
That is kind of ridiculous. But like you said, it kind of makes sense because like their lifespan is more or less 40 years.
Malin didn't seem like he processed his emotional response. He was obsessed with the genophage.
True, didn't mean to imply that Solarians were healthier emotionally, can still make wrong choices, bad decisions from grief, anger, guilt. Malin couldn't accept feelings, made decision, executed. Probably before I left for Omega. Wish I'd seen it. Solarians still feel, just resolve it quickly. Explains lack of marriage, can't sustain courtship emotions. Or perhaps based on reproduction. Unsure.
Oh my word!
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to focus on collectors. Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back on Tuchanka. Should get back to work. Wasted enough time already. Lots to do. Talk later?
Okay, cool. So that's what we got from him.
Shepard, how can I help?
So like I say, this still is exactly the same.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, updating crew dental records. All Cerberus personnel have cyanide capsules in molars. Primitive. Ocular nerve flashbangs harder to disarm. Anything else?
Okay, this is the one that you need to remember. But also, all Cerberus operatives, does that include Jacob Miranda? Do they have like cyanide capsules like the Russians did? Or not the Russians, the Germans, Nazis?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, updating crew
Okay, so
dental
this is
records.
always the
All
same.
Cerberus personnel have cyanide capsules in molars. Primitive. Ocular nerve flashbangs harder to disarm. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
It's kind of silly that you just can't cycle through his responses there, or that it's always the same. Let's go see if Jack actually still speaks to me. Also go see what Zed's got to say.
This mission takes me back. I knew this girl once, Asari. Good head on her shoulders. We had this whole thing going until she sold me out to the Blood Pack. Put a sour note on the relationship. Doesn't matter who you are. You got a gun in your face, chances are good you'll do what the other man says. Only two types don't buckle at that point. Trained killers and psychopaths. A lot of people can't tell the difference. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Okay, so I think we're just cycling through the ones you've already said by now. But if you're enjoying the videos with me and you haven't yet, remember to subscribe, enable notifications at the bell button so you know when I post. Hit a like, let me know that you like the videos, and then you can always leave me a comment. Nothing new from them.
Hey,
Talk to me, Jack.
Shepard, we talked enough. You're just pissing around. No hard feelings, but I don't want to play.
Okay, so
I should go.
end of
Whatever.
her conversation. No use coming to talk to her anymore. Grunt.
Shepard,
Just checking in. How you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
Don't wear yourself out on someone else's memories. We've got our own bad guys to fight.
Your enemies are my enemies. We'll shove the Collector's claws where a dark sun can't shine. And they will deserve it. I won't disrespect their strengths by doing less than the worst to them.
This is going well. That's what we need.
That's the kind of thinking that will save a galaxy.
You make it possible, Shepard. You're my battle master. You give me purpose. That's what makes Krogan feared soldiers and not animals. Lead well, Shepard. You have my respect.
Okay, so there the Paragon just doesn't work for me. But yeah, Grant is something.
Shepard,
Like I say, we can see the squad.
What do you think about the crew?
good bunch if they stay out of my way. Dead bunch if they don't. Train them good if you want to take on Collectors. Some of these aliens are too smooth.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Okay.
Hey, got a minute? Joker and Edie are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit. Edie has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny lack of one. Sometimes she seems like a person. But when it comes down to it, I can't get past her being a computer. This one security guy keeps staring at me. I think his name is Bert. I'm used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my eyes or watching my hands. I might have to start cloaking through the CIC from now on.
We really need to do something about Bert. So I think that is everyone on here. Miranda's still got the same conversation. Everything's finished.
How may I help you, Commander?
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander?
Okay, I think it's about time we got to the Citadel. Just quickly while we are here, you can go to the local cluster, that's Earth for them. As you see, they're already all marked and they all, I think, are depleted or moderate. And then just for the people that's got this kind of humor,
Really, Commander?
and if you want you can go a second time.
Probing Uranus.
And I think that's all, it's only 2 of them.
Probe launched.
So just for the people that find that funny. But as you can see, all of them like depleted and moderate, so. It's also called Sol. I don't know if it's really, but there we go. And Citadel. I have to admit, this is one of the coolest scenes when you come flying into a port for me. Okay, I am taking Garrus and Fane because it's their missions, so we can get their stuff on the intro. Heavy warp.
crime reports, Shepard. Perhaps that is a good place to start looking. Also, according to CSEC, a drill recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
Okay, so you can see then journal. There's Garrus. I'd hope they would say something when you got here, but anyways. Okay, so I am going to change it to Tali and Garrus.
I've found references to a forger named Fade in CSEC crime reports, Shepard. Perhaps that is a good place to start looking. Also, according to CSEC, a drill recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight! Every
Okay,
5
said that
seconds, the main gun of
before.
an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot!
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, so I just thought he might say something else instead of that. But just listen to it for the people that haven't heard it before.
You'll have to wait for the next shuttle.
You made me miss the last one.
You needed to go through security.
Why are you treating me like a criminal?
Because you tried to bring a 15-centimeter serrated blade on a public shuttle.
You humans are all racist.
Can I help you, sir?
It's been a couple of years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
You'd think a Geth would stand out.
Assumptions are dangerous. Be alert, be safe.
Thanks for your time.
Next.
I'll see if I can get Tali to say something there. Maybe not have Garrus in the group. He seems to override other people's. He's like one of the highly ranked talk members. So if he's in the team, he overrides most people. Anyways, here's his talking thingy.
I thought it might be nice to come back here and see how it's changed, but it's just like it was. Same dirty streets, same unrepentant scavengers, same revolving door prisons. Being security here is a terrible job. This is exactly why I left.
Okay, we can quickly talk to Bailey.
Yes?
So we've already done all these.
I'm trying to find a local forger. He goes by the name of Fade.
Yeah, I know him. The alias, anyway. He's been a thorn in the network division's side for the last year. He works with the Blue Suns.
Where can we find him?
If I knew that, he'd be in a cell. Best I can do is put you on the trail. There's a warehouse in the marketplace. Some of Fade's contacts work out of there. Go ask them some questions. Gently, of course.
Why haven't you been able to catch him?
Whoever he is, he's damn good at avoiding CSEC. I think someone on the inside's feeding him information. Either that, or he's got access to our databases and comm channels. I don't know which is worse. But you're outside C-Sec. Maybe you can nail his ass.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know. Yes?
How'd you end up working on the Citadel?
I started with the Alliance way back when, but the traveling was killing me. It's a shitty life if you're trying to raise a family, seeing your kids every 6 months. I joined C-Sec so I could stay in one place and put down roots.
You like life here on the Citadel?
Life here is good, but a hell of a lot different than life back on Earth. I miss the food mostly. You just can't get sockeye salmon here on the station.
You ever get back there?
Earth, every couple of years, less and less all the time. But when I finish my stint with C-Sec, there's a nice little place in the foothills I'm gonna retire to. Not that I'm retiring anytime soon.
Okay, cool. I don't think I've asked that before, so that was pretty cool.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Okay, so then we can look around here. I'll do an episode where I talk to Avina on all 3 levels of this. So we bought the food over there. If you want, you can play around with the advertisements. What's pretty cool is they talk with Commander Shepard if you activate it.
Shepard, are you looking to continue your education? It's one thing to know how to shoot a gun, but do you have the career skills to deploy and manage today's high-tech network infrastructures? The Henley Technical Institute can help. Courses available through our extranet site will put you on the path to success. Visit our site now at keywords Henley Technical Education.
So if you really want, you can go around and click on those, but I've never had the patience for that. So we can get a quest over here.
I heard that those lakes up on the Presidium are filled with fish.
No, they're not.
You ever been up there?
No. C-Sec won't let me. They say I'm a risk.
They think every Krogan is dangerous.
Damn Turians. We should kill them all.
That doesn't refute your being dangerous claim, but anyways.
So do you want to get one of the fish, or maybe a model ship?
How is a model ship supposed to remind me of the Citadel?
It's festive, and you like ships.
I'm an engineer, honey. I look at ships all day.
Maybe a fish, then?
What? Why? It's a fish. Fish have nothing to do with the Citadel. Besides, it'll be dead in a couple of years.
The important thing is to embrace the time that you have to spend with a fish.
Oh, is this the lifespan talk? I'm not having the lifespan talk.
All I'm saying is that these mementos will help me remember the happy times we've shared even after you're gone.
Fine, whatever. I don't care anymore. You've ruined the Citadel for me.
Fish it is. So do you want to get one of the fish, or maybe a model ship?
Okay, so that's the same.
How is a model ship supposed to remind me of the Citadel?
Now, here's the one thing that's like
I'm an engineer.
kind of ridiculous for me, especially considering it's Paragon, but if you want to farm Paragon and Renegade points, this is how to do it. There's like 4 or 5 stores on the Citadel, and all of them you can prompt to get the discount and use it either Renegade or Paragon.
Good day, my friends. Welcome to the Citadel.
Okay, so we can investigate.
I'd like to buy something.
My apologies. I do not make sales. I'm here to answer questions and process returns and exchanges. To make a purchase, browse our electronic catalog over there.
These stores are owned by the Citadel, right?
That's correct. Citadel Souvenirs outlets are owned by the Council government. The profits generated by sales are used to maintain the station. We offer an assortment of decorations suitable for display in your personal quarters.
Okay, so like I say, if you go endorsement on all of them, you'll hear what he says, or what Shepard says. Accuser of classicism.
Since these stores are owned by the Council, do government employees get a discount?
Yes, in fact. What's your position?
I'm a Spectre.
That is quite a prestigious role. It is my pleasure to extend the government employee discount to you, Spectre. Please, feel free to check the updated prices.
Oh, this one is actually not so bad. Okay, so yes, we're buying the space hamster. Let's get some fish finally. Some models. Okay.
Maybe a fish then?
We've got some codex entries.
In the flagship of the rogue ex-Spectre, Saren Arterius. Sovereign is a devastating dreadnought of unprecedented power. At 2 kilometers long, Sovereign was believed to have been powered by a gigantic Element Zero core, the only energy source potent enough to land the massive vessel on a planet. During the Eden Prime War, the ship unleashed its peerless destructive force against which Citadel Council ships were defenseless. With a virtually indestructible flagship and a crew of fanatic Geth and Krogan, Saren nearly succeeded in wiping out all his enemies. Only the resourcefulness and bravery of the commander and crew of the SSV Normandy stopped him. The overwhelming power of Sovereign ignited bizarre speculation in tabloid media that the vessel was sent by extragalactic invaders, or was, despite indeterminate photographic evidence at best, a single giant robot. Some sources even claimed that Sovereign was alive. Such conjecture, however baseless, remains to this day.
Okay, so you can just pause and read here again. There you go. And then frigates as well. There's a Krogan Shushi one.
What? Why? It's a fish. Fish have nothing to do with the Citadel. Besides, it'll be dead in a couple of
Okay, so here you can listen to the news if you want. You can travel between the wards with this. You can just travel this. If you want, you can, like there behind. But I'm just going to travel normally quickly.
I wonder what a Presidium fish would taste like. I'm telling you, there are no fish up there. I hear an Urdnot went up there once. An Urdnot on the Presidium. That'd be the day.
He's the leader now of Urdnot. Okay, maybe that's all I've got to say. So I'm going upstairs first. And this is, you have to have Tali and Garrus in your group for this.
You ever miss those talks we had on the elevators?
No.
Come on, remember how we'd all ask you about life on the flotilla? It was an opportunity to share.
This conversation is over.
Tell me again about your immune system.
I have a shotgun.
Maybe we'll talk later.
That's a little bit of a joke about the elevator talks. Especially in the original, apparently the elevators took forever to load and was very slow. Okay, so here is another example of, like I said, is if you play the original and you don't have the comic and didn't import, then the council is dead. You don't even get the choice of like the council being alive or not, so the council is always dead, and this is a very good example of how different it would be.
So what do you think? Maybe a shotgun?
I like the assault rifle. It's like a non-stop barrage of death.
If you can hit anything.
Lovely.
What can I do for you?
I thought weapons were restricted on the Citadel now.
Carrying them around is. Selling them isn't. We store them in off-site containers and deliver them to your ship. People who have permission to carry, like CSEC, can walk out with them.
I'd like to buy something.
Try our electronic catalog interface. That kiosk over there.
Tell me about your services.
We sell quality hunting supplies, which you'll need when you purchase one of our adventure travel packages. Imagine it, human. The break of day. You and your team have been stalking a Shatha for 5 days. In that time, it's killed 4 men. You see it? Line it up. Take the shot. Blam! It's down. You're the hero. That's what we offer. Not a vacation, but an experience.
Okay, so if the council is dead and the Udina's on the seat now, then he's totally different. That scene does not play. He like is resenting humans. He's like really not happy to serve you. It's ridiculous. It's like really funny for me, but like I say, is if you didn't import a game and just started the Mass Effect 2 game without the comic, it was a horrible playthrough.
If everything's done by catalog, why are you here?
Rodham believes in salesmanship, the personal touch. Some say we're old-fashioned. We recognize that adventure traveling is a niche, a small, tight-knit community.
And then also it is like I said, it's a very funny scene. I'm so glad it's actually in there, but it's just so funny how he acts the hunting and the crouching and stuff.
Your expeditions might be a little tame for me.
Tame? A human can hardly take down a Pharaoh Varen, let alone a Shatha. Who do you think you are?
Well, my name's Shepard, and...
The Shepard? The one that put down Saren Arterius?
Oh, you do know me.
By the spirits, Shepard, in my store. I don't suppose I could convince you to record an advertisement for me.
Sure you could. Can we work out a discount?
A discount? I'd name my firstborn after you if you ask. Can we record it now? Just speak towards my console.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Ha ha! No other gun shop has that kind of endorsement.
See, his attitude is completely different. Like, it's just so funny and great. Okay, so let's just spend all my money. Okay, and this is once again, and there's another rifle, sniper rifle.
I still say we should join the Blue Suns. They'd probably pay for our equipment.
They probably only hire you if you look like you can fight, so we need something to start with.
Right, like the shotgun. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
And see, that's what I mean. Now every store is going to be your favorite on the Citadel with the Paragon one, which is a little bit... Like I said, Paragon and Renegade isn't good and bad. It's just more aligned with Alliance things.
Do you think the Blue Suns have different commando training styles? Like one support group and one close quarters unit?
You're gonna talk about the shotgun again, aren't you?
I may have been heading in that direction, yes.
These things are funny.
All I'm saying is that you shouldn't skimp. Aim for the best, you know?
I thought guys with shotguns never bothered to aim.
Okay, that hurts a little. You should get the sniper rifle, though. Snipers are a rare commodity.
I think I'm gonna stock up on body armor. If we join the Blue Suns, I want to survive my training.
Don't blame me when you get mauled by a Varen and don't have your shotgun.
Oh my word.
So what do you think? Maybe a shotgun?
I like the assault.
I'm
Okay,
Commander
so that's
Shepard,
that.
and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
If you want, you
Have
can
you
go
tried
around and...
Galaxy of Fantasy yet? I love that game. It's based on Turian mythology, but it's really fun. I hear it has 11 billion players now.
You can talk to him as well, but I don't know what's the difference between talking to him and like just running up to him and hearing what he says.
Do you have any games you'd like to trade in? You get 2 credits toward a new game.
And then over here is another quest. Al
People
Jelani
want to hear
again.
your story, Shepard.
Once again, I am resisting the urge to punch her.
Khaleesa been seen in Al Jelani, Westerland News. I interviewed you 2 years ago when you first became a Spectre. You presented your case very well on camera. Do you have a minute?
Am I supposed to know you?
What, so you can try to do another smear job on me?
Now, Shepard, you may object to my methods, but we're on the same side. Your bat, your news. I just want to give your story its due. Sources claim you were at the heart of the Presidium during the Battle of the Citadel. It's fair to say the course of the battle hinged on your words. If true, you told Admiral Hackett to assist the Destiny Ascension, costing hundreds of human lives, and securing the continued dominance of the Citadel Council.
Okay, so the funny thing is there, if you saw like Tali is this for time, but any of your companions you've got there, as soon as the camera comes on, they're like moving to the side, like I'm not part of this. Okay, so don't disrespect the dead. We stood as one to save many.
The Turians lost 20 cruisers. Figure each had a crew around 300. The Ascension, the Asari dreadnought we saved, had a crew of nearly 10,000.
But surely the human cost.
The Alliance lost 8 cruisers. Shenyang, Emden, Jakarta, Cairo, Seoul, Cape Town, Warsaw, Madrid. And yes, I remembered them all. Everyone in the 5th Fleet is a hero. The Alliance owes them all medals. The Council owes them a lot more than that. And so do you.
Commander Shepard, first human Spectre. Hero of the Battle of the Citadel. Check bid. We get it? Great. Bull rushed on my own show.
That was actually kind of fun. Because I don't think there's anything on this side. We can quickly go up here. So if you see, this is the Dark Star. Nice club over here. So you can dance here again. We all know how that goes. There's the music if you want to listen to it. And you can go into the bathrooms over here. Also, this is where you can buy the brandy for the doctor if you haven't yet.
What'll it be? Hear about anything interesting going on around here?
Serve drinks. You want to know what's going on? Check your news. I don't know why humans always ask me that.
Now this is a little joke, because in most games if you go talk to the bartender, and in the first one you can actually get information, like rumors and stuff.
I'm done for now.
Let me know if you change your mind.
And then we can just talk to this guy, it's with the sushi one.
That I can do for you?
I noticed you're one of the groundskeepers for the Presidium. Do you know if there are fish in the lake?
I get that question a lot. I think it's right behind where's the restroom. Those are reservoirs, the Presidium's own supply, independent from the water storage tanks in the wars. The only place I know of on the station to get a live fish is the Leia Sonesi's gift shop.
When I pour a glass of water, it's the same stuff that tourists throw garbage in?
No, they purify it first. If some Solarian or human bacteria gets left in, and a Turian or Quarian drinks it, they could die. Everything would be so much simpler if we all had the same DNA. But no, the universe loves diversity.
I hope those filters are very good.
Where's that gift shop?
In the market downstairs from the bar. Delia sells aquariums. Fish are the largest pets most station residents can get a permit for.
Thanks for your time.
No problem. If you get up to the Presidium, check out the DeMaio flowers across from the conduit. They're coming in very nicely.
Okay, so then we can quickly just go down. And we can just go talk to the Krogan.
What do you want?
Why are you so interested in fish from the Presidium?
It's so decadent. Eating a fish from the Presidium would be like screwing Shaira.
Ugh, sorry you're so squishy. Where are you supposed to get a decent grip?
Cough, Shepard did that. Okay, now if you really want to, you can go Renegade, but you have to go buy a fish first at the store. And I have a Presidium fish right here, but I'm going to be nice.
I talked to one of the Presidium groundskeepers. He said there aren't any fish in the lakes.
What?
I told you.
Why have all that water if you're not going to store something to eat in it? I don't understand aliens at all.
Thanks for telling me. It's all he's talked about all damn day.
You think there's any place on board we could buy a fish?
They don't like live animals on the Citadel. Wasted life support capacity, they say.
I can't believe there aren't any fish up there. It must be a mistake.
Can we talk about something else now?
This is depressing.
How about we find a Turian and beat the crap out of it? That always makes you feel better.
Oh, lovely.
You think there's any place on board we could buy a fish?
Okay.
They don't like live animals on the Citadel. Wasted life support capacity.
Yeah, this is another one that I don't really understand what the point of this is.
Greetings, Earth Clan. You will find many excellent ships for sale here. Only slightly used, yes. With our Unification Day special, you can get up to 2,000 credits back. Such a deal. Could I interest you in a Turian Esquirine sporting shuttle? Unmatched acceleration, peerless maneuvering. And like all Turian shuttles, it can fit a light mass accelerator cannon. Perfect for heavy traffic. I offer a no money down lease on my quality used ships. Ah, I know. Perhaps one of our light haulers? I have several Kowloon modular conveyors available. Very moddable, those Kowloons. You know what makes a ship, Earth Clan? It's the engines. I don't mean to brag, but the Borecat Combine produces wonderful engines. Perhaps you'd like to examine a ship with such an engine? Now, I'm hardly one to judge, Earth Clan, but you appear quite virile.
What?
I believe you could use a shuttle with seating for many bulbous children.
Oh my word.
Greetings, Earth Clan. You will find many excellent ships for
Okay,
sale
so that's
here.
all through.
Only slightly used, yes.
You ever had ramen? It's a delicacy back on Earth. What can I get you? The meat isn't fresh out here, but you won't find any better dried seaweed on the station.
Oh, lovely.
We have 6 kinds of beer on tap. We don't have a karaoke machine anymore. You do not want to hear drunk Elcor sing.
Lovely. Okay. And then this quest, I would wait until we've got Tali. That's why I'm doing it now.
This Clanless is a thief, and I want her arrested.
What? I was just walking by.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to take a statement here.
There's nothing to talk about. She stole my credit chit. Arrest her.
I did not! Just because I'm a Quarian.
I need you to stop and take a deep breath.
You're mocking me, Earth Clan. Just because the Vol Clan need...
It was a poor choice of words, sir. I apologize.
Do you know who's telling the truth?
My Omni tool can tell the Quarian doesn't have a chit on her. But she could have stashed it to recover later. You know what Quarians are like. And she's definitely a vagrant. I'll run her in and see what Bailey wants to do with her.
She's not a vagrant. She's on pilgrimage. It's a tradition in which...
Look, you can take your traditions and cram them. Every time a Quarian shows up here, it's trouble.
So as you see, she's got some things to say, and Garrus, I think, plays well off her, so he might be one of the better ones to have for conversation.
You say you're falsely accused?
I was walking to the used ship dealer when he barged into me outside the Serta Foundation. He didn't stop or say he was sorry. A minute later, he runs up with C-Sec and accuses me of stealing his damn chit.
You ran into each other outside the Serta Foundation. Is it possible the chit fell out of his pocket there?
I guess. Sure, all I know is I didn't take it.
You spend a lot of time at the used ship dealer?
Yeah, they've got a lot of nice models. I'd like to buy one and take it back to the fleet, but...
Your pilgrimage isn't going so well, is it?
No, I came here thinking there'd be a lot of work. EVA stuff, salvage, fixing all the damage the Geth attack caused. Everywhere I went to apply, signs said not hiring Quarians. And the other people would give me mean looks.
You say she stole your credit chit?
She must have. When I left the Serta Foundation store, she ran right into me.
How does running India mean she stole your credit chit?
That's how pickpockets work. They bump into you and use that as a cover for rifling your pockets. You can't turn your back on these clanless Quarians. Thieves, all of them.
Quarians are only forced to steal when people like you won't let them have real jobs.
And to think my taxes pay to support you here. Go back to your fleet, clanless.
I am Clan Zora, crew of the starship Nima, and you are an idiot.
So you can say shut up Volus or let it go Tali.
It's not worth getting angry about.
My brain agrees with you. My gut says I should jack his suit's olfactory filter so that everything smells like refuse.
Remind me never to get on your bad side.
So see, like I say, Garrus plays well off her.
Are you sure you didn't leave your chit at the Serta Foundation?
Of course not. You think I'd make a mistake like that? I didn't even buy anything there. That chit stayed in my pocket.
I'll see if I can find out what happened.
Sir, this is a C-Sec matter. We'll do all we can to resolve this. We don't need civilian help. If you do happen to find the chit, please let one of our officers know.
Let's go.
Be careful out there.
Okay, so then you can go around and grab the stuff on every store and to talk to them and ask about it. Here's one of the data pads for Ish. So you can just pause and read that.
Welcome to Sarenus Applications. Can I interest you? Ah, Shepard!
Do I know you?
No, but I know you. Even a senile Hanar would remember the human who fought off the Geth. I thought you were dead.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot.
Please, look around the store. It's a pleasure to have you here.
I'd like to buy something.
Oh, it's all automated these days. There's a catalog interface over there.
If everything's automated, why are you here?
Customer service. Sweeping out the store, carefully explaining things to the technologically illiterate. It's stunning how many people think that light moves faster through expensive fiber optic cables than it does through cheap ones.
You know, I use quite a bit of software in my line of work.
It's a shame so few understand their own equipment. Besides the most obvious point-and-go nav interfaces anyway.
You wouldn't believe how often I hear, "Why's the ship turning around? We're only halfway there."
Oh, I would.
You know, I like your products. Any interest in an endorsement from the human who defeated Saren?
I'd be thrilled, but I don't think I could afford to pay you for it.
Don't worry about it. What if we just work out a discount?
Absolutely. Just speak into my console here.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
That will be splendid. I can edit that and have it working right away. Thank you so much. Ah, my favorite customer. What can I get you?
A Volus was in here not too long ago. Did he drop a credit chit?
Oh, yes. He bought some environmental system drivers, then left without his chit. I didn't notice he'd left until he was already gone. If you see him, tell him I have it here behind the counter.
Thanks for your time.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay, so then we've got his shit. Like, you can go ask there as well and see if she got it.
I felt her hand go into my pocket. When I checked, my credit chit was gone.
I didn't even touch you.
Please move along.
You forgot your credit chit at Sarenus Applications. The clerk is holding it for you.
Oh. Well, the Quarian could have stolen it.
I'll close this event report, but I'll be watching you. Get a permanent residence, or I'll run you in for vagrants.
Are you two serious?
What?
You falsely accused this girl of stealing from you. All you have to say now is that she could have stolen it?
Now, just a minute.
And you? She gets harassed and insulted by this guy, and you throw in a threat to arrest her for vagrancy?
How about if I run you in for obstruction of justice?
You think you're gonna run in a Spectre? I think both of you should get out of here.
Son of a...
Thank you. I wish I could give you something more than words.
Can you take care of yourself from here?
I guess. I mean, most nights I eat nutrient paste in a Turian shelter, but I'm surviving.
Good luck, Liara.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, we got a level. So like I says, I think Tali is pretty cool here. That is a very quick Paragon pull, so just be ready for that. But okay, this is where I'm going to stop the video. Like I said, I love this. It's so cool, these conversations and these interactions. And the Citadel is so cool. It just looks awesome and everything you can do. But be well, have a great day, and see you in the next video.